So what do they call you?
They call me Sparky from Armenian Power.
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Sparky, what are you incarcerated for and how long is your sentence?
I'm incarcerated for attempted murder. I'm sentenced to 41 years to life.
Where are you from out here on the streets?
I'm from LA, Hollywood.
And then you just stated you're from Armenian Power, correct?
Yeah, I'm from Armenian Power Gang. Yeah.
You know, I understand that there's some things that you can't get too into depth with, but I've always had a curiosity to know is how was it that the Armenians got involved with Sureños?
You know, like our culture is like very similar, you know, with both like us and Hispanics, Sureños, we're very family orientated, and we kind of got the same values and stuff like that in life, and you know, that's how we kind of keep together, you know. That's kind of about as much as I can talk about it on the show, you know.
How was it and why was it that you got associated with them? What led you down that path?
I was young at the time. I was 14 years old. My dad was in prison, and I was like, I'm out, like, you know, my mom was like having a hard time, you know what I mean, being on me, you know. So I joined my friends. They were like my second family, you know. And they embraced me, my homies, and you know, it was like my family, my second family, and they embraced me. I grew up with them, you know, my homies, you know, that it was just like a friendship, you know, almost, you know.
And you say you grew up right there in that Hollywood area, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you be able to kind of paint the demographics right there and let me know what neighborhoods you're surrounded with?
There's a lot of gangs. I can't really specifically like name what kind of neighborhoods there are, but there's like every street in Hollywood is like a different gang. You know, you might be driving your car. From 1 minute you're in somebody's neighborhood, and the next minute you know you're in somebody else's neighborhood. You know, so when you're going over there, you just gotta be on your on thing. You know, 'cause you don't know where you at.
And just to clarify, this is beautiful Hollywood, Southern California. Hollywood, the home of the Hollywood stars, the Hollywood sign,
Yes.
the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Hollywood Walk of Fame. Most tours like East Hollywood, that it's a little further. It's right there in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but there's like West Hollywood and East Hollywood. East Hollywood, that's where my neighborhood is at. That's where I grew up. The Hollywood, California, Los Angeles, California, you know, where all the stars are at.
And you know, was it dangerous, man, when you were out there on the streets?
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
Was it dangerous? Was it dangerous being out there on the streets?
Yeah, I lost some friends when I was growing up. I lost my close friend. He died, you know. And I lost a few close friends too while growing up. And very dangerous, man. I've been shot myself, you know. And growing up is, being from a gang is always dangerous, man, you know.
Do you remember how that day played out? Were you expecting it?
Oh, when I got shot?
Yeah, what happened
when somebody
that day?
died?
When you got shot, what happened that day?
Well, I was in my neighborhood, and I don't know who or how they. Next thing I know, I'm on the floor, and I heard shots, and next thing I know, and I'm on the floor and I'm bleeding, and I put my hand right there by my stomach area, and I seen blood. I was like, man. At first, I didn't know I was hit, but then when I seen the blood, I was like, man, I'm here. You know, I was 15 years old at the time. and my homies came and they got me and they rushed me to the hospital. And they rushed me to the hospital, and the cops, the doctors, they were like able to treat me. They left the bullet inside of my body. I still have the bullet in me because they weren't able to take it out, you know.
Man, that's wild right there, man. You know, did you have a
Yeah,
conversation with your parents and or in your family? Do you remember them trying to talk some type of sense into you? Where do you know? Did you see the fear in your parents' eyes?
yeah, I did. When I had barely got shot, my mom came to the hospital and I seen her face. And the thing about it is the same room I was in, not too while ago, one of my closest friends had died over there, you know. So, and just my parents my mom coming over there seeing it, it was kind of, you know, what I mean, it was kind of messed up, man, you know.
Wow.
But that didn't, it didn't still stop me, you know. I still continued doing what I was doing.
Wow, I can only imagine how that must made you
Yeah,
feel when you were literally in the same room of the one of one of your homies getting
yeah.
shot,
One of my
killed.
homies got died, man.
What was his name?
It, they call my homie Creeper, rest in peace. He passed away. He was one of my closest friends.
May I ask, what
Yeah.
happened to him?
He was somewhere and like I don't know like who shot him or whatnot. Like he was I guess in the wrong time or the wrong place, you know. And he ended up getting shot in the head and it was messed up, man. That was one of my closest friends. Like, you know, when that happened, I had never had somebody like close passed away. He was like the first one, you know, and it was kind of messed up.
So you say that you were close to him, close enough where you actually met their parents, went over to his house, maybe had lunch,
Yeah, of
met the
course. I
brother.
was his brother. Yeah, I met his brother. He's a good friend of me. He's a good friend of mine, you know. And his parents, after he passed away, I was at their house every day helping them out and trying to be there for them, you know.
Do you recall seeing how severely impacted they were? You know, the happiness it
Yeah,
literally robbed from them.
yeah, they were, man. Their whole world changed, man, and their whole world changed. They were not the same people. They it's like you know that they had lost their son and their whole world. It's like I was seeing it in their face. It wasn't the same for them.
Yeah, you know, me myself personally, I like to hear about these people that have been murdered out here in the streets. Man, there's been thousands and thousands of people that have been
Yeah,
killed
that's true.
here by gang violence, and you never hear about it. They're forgotten
Yeah,
about. They're forgotten about, or
yeah,
it's just
that's
a,
true.
you know, it's horrible,
That's
man.
very true. Yeah, yeah, it's very true.
Do you have family members involved in this lifestyle as well?
I don't. I really didn't. My like growing up, I didn't. I got brothers. I got two brothers. I didn't really like me being from this lifestyle. I didn't want them get involved, you know. So I never let them get involved. Yeah, because me always being in jail. I grew up. I spent most of my life in jail. You know, I'm 45 years. I've done over close to probably like 20 something years in jail. I've been in jail. So you know, like I didn't want like my mom seeing like any of my brothers like living their life, and also I never really let them, you know, join the gang and stuff.
What are some of the charges that you have been convicted of?
I've been convicted of robbery. I've been convicted of residential burglaries. I've been convicted of drug charges, stuff like that. assault with a deadly weapon, you know, stuff like that.
How, how, man, how the heck do you catch an assault with a deadly weapon charge, man? What happened?
Oh, the assault with the deadly weapon?
Yes, man, you must have been in a dark place, in a dark mindset to do something like that. What happened?
Yeah. Well, I kind of, at the time I was young, man. Like I didn't care about nothing. So somebody got on me at the wrong way,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
and I have I would always have something on me, like a weapon or something, and I ended up like kind of using it, and I ended up getting busted for it. And, but luckily, nobody came to court, and I was able to make a deal, and I got less time, and I didn't get that much time in for the assault with the deadly weapon.
It's one of those things when you carry a pistol, you're more compelled to want to use it.
Yeah,
Do you think
yeah,
that? Do
that's
you think
true.
that personally that people out there who are carrying pistols now, they're just literally seconds away, moments away, or on the verge of picking up that pistol and making a life altering decision, man? Like I said, you're more compelled to want to use it when you have it.
Yeah, it's right now. It's like the thing is, like everybody's strapped, and sometimes if you don't use it, you're gonna become. Well, they're gonna use it on you. So I
Seconds remaining.
One of the things that has always tripped me out is, I've interviewed many, 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 many people. A lot of them lifers, a lot of them murderers.
yeah,
Some have since been released. I always trip out on the
yeah,
fact that some people that have not killed people have been convicted of attempted murders, maybe bank robberies. They have
yeah.
been broken off with so much time. I'm talking 30,
I
40,
know, man.
50, 100 years in some cases. And
Yeah,
they didn't hurt no one
that's
physically.
very
Maybe
true.
mentally they did, but they physically didn't hurt no one, bro.
Yeah, that's true. In my case, I got 41 years to life, and nothing didn't even happen to the person. Not even a scratch. Nothing. Only like some of her furniture like was destroyed and stuff like that, her window and stuff like that. But not even a scratch happened to her, and I got 41 years to life. Kind of messed up, man. People get less time for killing people, and I got that much time for not even doing nothing.
People have done the most heinous, sickest type of crimes and get a fraction
Yeah,
of
that's
the
true.
time that you got. But you
That's
know,
very true.
Geek man, would you be able to take us there, man? In those last few days, in those last few weeks, could you kind of break it down for us and let us know, man? The path of your destruction, man. What was it that happened?
When I had just barely got out of prison, and I met this girl on a dating site, and I started dating her. She was a cool girl. And but we would like drink and start fighting a lot, and we would just always fight and fight. And it was kind of an unhealthy relationship, and I ended up breaking up with her, and she kind of didn't take it like good. Uh, she would always like send me text messages and pictures, like tell me if I don't go over to her house, she's gonna kill herself and stuff like that. So, and I hadn't talked to her for like a week or two, and then I was on my house early in the morning, and the cops raided my house, and they took me in, and they told me I'm being charged for attempted murder, and I was in the county for 4 years fighting my case. Uh, she came to my preliminary hearing. She said, yeah, that they bound my court to over to Superior Court. So I was going to court, and finally I went to trial, and she came to my trial, and she said, yeah, that I tried to kill her, and I was convicted and sentenced to 41 years to life. But a few days later, after my trial was over, like a couple of weeks later, out of nowhere, she walked into my lawyer's office, and she told my lawyer that she made a mistake, that she had been forced to tell a lie at court by the cops, and she gave a whole new statement that how she was mad at me and that she lied and said that it was me who did it, that, that I had nothing to do with her, and that in fact I have been good to her. So right now I have a file of habeas corpus for my appeal, and I'm appealing my case. So hopefully I'll get a date. So she's gonna go in front of a judge.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
She's gonna go in front of a judge and say that it wasn't me. So hopefully I'll get to come home.
What was the piece of evidence? What was the main determining factor that linked you to this crime that they ended up convicted you because of this piece of evidence? What was it?
Yeah, they said somebody threw like a homemade bomb made out of a gas canister through her window, and they said on the gas canister there was two people's DNA, and one of the people's DNA was my DNA, and the reason for my DNA being on the gas canister, when I was with her, she had one time she had run out of gas, and I took her gas with the same canister, and even she says it right now on her new statement that that's what happened, and that's how my DNA got on the thing. And she has also said that the person, whoever threw that through her window, she has seen her hand. She has seen his hand, and in his hand he has seen the Sioux tattoo. And I have the Sioux tattoo on my right hand, but she has said I seen the Sioux tattoo on his left hand, But now she's saying that was a lie. She didn't see nothing, nobody, The person was wearing gloves, so she didn't see nothing, So those were the things that's how they convicted me. The DNA and her saying her statements,
Why do you think they gave you so much time?
They gave me so much time. I think, because they say the special allegations of being the homemade bomb, like the thing is blowing up because of that. Like they said that's how I got so much time. But I think still it's like it doesn't matter. Nothing happened to her, not even a scratch. They should have took that into consideration, but they didn't, and I still got all that time.
Did you have a lawyer by chance? Did you pay for one? And
yes, I do.
What were the talks?
I do have a lawyer.
There was no deals thrown at you?
No deals. One of my deals, the judge was trying to get for me. When I was going to Pasadena court, she was a cool judge. She was trying to give me a deal 25 to life, and she was going to drop the felony charge to misdemeanor. And she said when I came to prison, like in about 10, 15 years, I will get a chance. I might come out, or I might not. But that was that she was trying to give me that deal. But I didn't want to take that deal because if I would have taken 25 to life, and I wouldn't have been able to appeal my case, So that was no deal. I was still getting 25 to life.
So basically what you're stating to me right now is that even though they have your fingerprints on that gas can, you are innocent of this crime. That's what you're telling me, right?
Yes, sir. Very much. I'm 100% innocent. And it's not just my words, it's her words also, And she's saying that also that, it wasn't me.
Man, I'm at a loss of words, man. And it's crazy, man, because you can only imagine how many people are going to be like, oh, man, this guy is lying. Or maybe, they have this fingerprints on the gas can. But
I
then
know.
again, but then again,
Yeah,
there's been so many people in these past few months and weeks that have been exonerated
yeah,
on crazy charges, murder
yeah,
charges. Murder charges.
yeah.
People
That's
have been
true.
exonerated
That's true.
recently.
That's very true. The thing is that even she says it that she had one time she had run out of gas. She was on the freeway, and I took her. She called me, and I took her gas. In her new statement, she's stating that. So, you know what I mean. So hopefully, church will take her on her word.
Yeah, man, they are not playing around. That's such a
They're not,
long
man. They're
time.
not.
That's such a long
It
time.
is, man.
That's a life sentence.
Yeah, it is.
How old are you?
It's literally a life sentence. I'm 45 years old.
How long have you been
I
inside?
don't. I don't see boredom. I've been inside for 8 years. I got like 33 years left to go to board, and then on the board you decide if I come home or not.
How has this impacted you mentally, emotionally? Has this robbed you of your happiness? Have you noticed that you've changed now? You're this cold individual now, if that makes any sense.
Yes, very much, man. I don't look at things the same no more. I look at everything like was suspicious. I don't trust nobody. It messed me up, man. Like mentally and stuff like that, man. I had like in the beginning, I was having a hard time accepting this life sentence. Well, it's like right now I'm like getting to a point. It's like out of my hand. I left it up to God. See what happens. But I have changed a lot. I'm not the same person as I was before. I can see that myself.
How did this impact your mom when she found out that her
That
son was going to be spending the rest of his life in prison?
when she was at court, when they found me guilty, she fainted, man. They had to call the ambulance to come. The doctors they call the cops. They called the ambulance, and the doctors came and said, she didn't take it good, man. And they still, I'll be calling. They always cry and they're like, man, what happened? Why did it happen this way? It's very hard seeing my parents like that, man.
So, other than the unimaginable emotional and psychological roller coaster that you're going through, you're making
Yeah.
your parents go through this as well.
Yeah, that's true. They like doing time with me, my family, man. Oh no, they're doing time when I just like with me. They're here visiting me, every time. They see me stressed out, they're stressing. Oh, they like doing time with me.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I spent more than half of my life in jail, man.
Has there ever been a time where you just want to freaking just yell, just scream off the top of your damn lungs, or just want to damn shed a tear,
Hell yeah, man.
scream in a
A
pillow or
lot,
something, you
man. A
know?
lot. A lot, man. All the time, man. To get my frustrations out. Hell yeah, man.
What does someone
Yeah.
such as
You know,
yourself go ahead?
though, I regret being in it because I don't have no kids. Like, I didn't get a chance to have kids. I wish I had some kids so I would leave something behind. That's one of the reasons I'm hoping I get out so I can have kids, man. That's like the last important things.
Absolutely, man. Kids are the most beautiful thing in life. They will bring you joy and
Yeah,
happiness
yeah.
and
Hell yeah, man.
unconditional love.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What does someone such as yourself, who is serving a life sentence, who has 30 something plus years before they even go to board, what does someone such as yourself look forward to?
And I look forward for my visits, man. just talking to my parents every day. That's about so much, man. I'm looking forward to getting that court date that I've been waiting for, so that girl can go in front of the judge and tell her story that how she lied and stuff like that. That's one of the things I'm looking forward. Other than that, there's like nothing else to be looking forward to, man. You know, every day is like the same day over here.
It blows me away, man. This crazy life, man. I am in
Yeah,
my studio. Here someone is in the audience, probably at work or in the car, or who knows what you're doing right now, listening to this interview, and here you are inside of a cell,
yeah,
serving a life sentence inside of
that's
prison.
crazy, man. Yeah, man.
Man, what a crazy world. What would you tell somebody who's out there, literally on the verge, who's on that path of destruction, who's contemplating on doing something evil? And as you can see, you don't have to hurt the person. You can just aim at the person,
Yeah,
shoot at the person, and that alone is
yeah,
enough to catch a life sentence. What?
yeah, that's true. I would tell them, man, don't do it, man. Think twice before you know anything, man. Take a moment, stop before you're doing something, man. Think about it. Think of me, man. Look what happened to me, man. Not even a scratch happened to that person, and it wasn't even me. And I'm over here doing 41 years to life, man. If my appeal doesn't get granted, my life is over, man. I would just tell them, think about it, man. Don't throw your life away, man. Life is beautiful. Freedom is like one of the most important things, one of the most beautiful things humans have, man. Freedom, man. To cherish that, man. Cherish it dearly, and don't give up on it, man. Don't ruin it, you know. I would tell them that. Just take a moment and think about it, and don't throw your life away, man.
I sincerely appreciate you for those kind words, and you just kind of tripped me out, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
You
Thank you.
I can only imagine the stress you're going through, waiting on those letters
Yeah,
and
man.
those
Yeah, very much.
documents.
Yeah, very much, man.
Do you have any last words, man? To anybody out there, a special shout out, anything?
All the people that doing life sentence, you know what I mean? All the people behind bars, and I tell them, don't give up, man. Hang in there, man. Like they say, after every dark night, there's a brighter day, you know. So don't give up, man. That's just much, man.
Thank you so much, sir, for blessing us with your presence and giving us a piece of your mind. And good luck on your journey, man. And
Thank you.
I wish you luck, man.
Thank you very much for. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.